okay, it's so I don't speak Spanish, so I want to ask, like, I have this thing that everything is energy and we are energy, and if I don't speak Spanish, is there a practical reason to be here without understanding of what you mean? And because, like,
Yes. If you understand what is the dynamic, so to speak, of these meetings, whether you speak the language or not, it is worth spending time in here. Right?
Yeah, that's I have it in my mind. You answer, and I so in my mind it was like, if you don't know, for example, somebody put some liquid and you don't know what it is, but still you feel it as liquid. And so, and other question, so I didn't know that it is the lack of time, because I'm the first time here, and like, I know this is not about esoterics, but still I got the idea of we are the one, but like, I still cannot differ practical mind out of ego, and ego is noisy and loud.
It is. It is. See, the purpose actually of these meetings is to understand what ego exactly is. What is actually the ego? Okay? What is the nature of the ego? What is the reality of the ego? What is the ego made of? Right? And in contrast to that, what is it that we are really? What is our reality? Right? We are not the ego. Right?
I've seen the video on YouTube with the Russian people 10 years ago or something. You compared the thoughts with the t-shirts, or and something says on the t-shirt, for example, thought, it's, and you conscious the t-shirt and you just get rid of it, and other t-shirts, like, you get rid of it. And I try to make this practice like yesterday or few days ago, and when I was out of thoughts, song start happening, and I don't listen to music usually. Like, I'm not the person who is always like listen to something, and it seems to me that ego like screaming, you will not get rid of me, because like I'm gonna sing to you, and it's singing, and
The mind,
it's since
the mind will like to make you believe that you are it, right?
yeah.
It
And
will to impose its identity on you, right? It try to wear you a mask, to put a mask, right? And you may believe that you are the mask. You may forget that you are consciousness, right? Or the self, or whatever you like to call it, right? And the idea is basically is to bring all your attention to the fact that you are. You already know I am. You look like a clever girl, right? You know that you are.
yeah, I get the thought, but like,
This
I
is
have a cat, and I it's still divided. Like, there is a cat that I love, and there is me, and it's I cannot understand that we are both the same. Like, everything is like we are everything, and for me it's like, no, like, look at him, he's cute. I want to kiss him. I want to like pet him,
this
and I
this will not change. What is gonna
uh-huh.
is what you just said. You will recognize everything as yourself. So the love for everything else is none other than the love for yourself, right? The fact, in fact, that the self in the cat is the same self in you. right? What is
But cat's still a cat.
conscious in the cat is what is conscious in you. And it's one consciousness. It's only one consciousness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of understanding, but still not feeling. I don't know how to. I have one time, like not long ago, where I was sleeping, and cat was sleeping on me, and somebody sniffed, and um, it feels like I am sniff. I am the one who sniffs, but actually it was him who sniffed, and I understood that, and I wasn't shocked. It was like, okay, but what was it? I don't know. I don't get it. Like
You can't, the mind cannot get it. Because the mind is I and him. See? So it was him and not I, right? But it feels like I and not
yeah,
him. I don't get it, right?
but it was not hallucination.
I know, I believe you. I believe you. So this I, if you
Yeah, I don't believe it. Like I experienced it, but I didn't believe it at the moment. But it was at the night time, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sleep, whatever.
listen carefully, you say, I don't believe it, right? I don't believe it is a stream of thoughts. Can you see that? It's a conglomeration of thoughts, right?
Yeah,
I don't believe it, right? So
yeah, right.
the first thought is I
Uh-huh.
don't believe, and then the other one, it. See, I and it, I and that. Can you see that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And when you think I don't believe it, you may believe that you are the thought, I don't believe it. That you are the mind, that you are what you think.
Mm-hmm. White noise.
I don't believe it. I means body. See, Alina, no?
Yeah, Alina. Yeah. That's correct.
I still can read Roger. Alina, I don't believe it. I means body. See, this thought
Mm-hmm.
is the mind, the ego, the person, the individual. It's the I thought. This I is a thought. It's not real. I is actually consciousness.
Mm-hmm.
You believe that I is the body, right?
Yeah, because I is the body is strong because I'm not sure if I can say anything here, like everything. But okay, I'm gonna treat you as a doctor. So I believe as a body because uh just before the conversation, so I was like, I didn't know you before, and somehow through the internet I discovered, and somehow uh, I believe in everything you said, like because I always like I don't believe anything, but what you said, like no doubts at all, and I knew that okay, some meeting online, and I was so cool, like I'm gonna participate. And just before the meeting, I got a diarrhea attack. Usually, then, and so of course I believe I'm the body because the body was sitting on a toilet and experienced something. And I was like, okay,
We don't
okay, maybe not this time, but
deny the existence of the body. There's no
yeah,
the body is not the problem. See, it's the identity with the body that creates imaginary problems.
yeah,
But the mind is I am the body, and which is a thought, and that thought creates other problems which are also thoughts, imaginary also, right?
mm-hmm,
So it is true, I disappeared from the public space for some time. Okay. because I didn't like what was growing up around me, including some sort of worshiping and fanaticism and
Mm-hmm.
so most of the people that were coming for the wrong reasons. And what was I doing there? Then people actually, I started again, people from Russia is the people that contacted me again. And because the majority of the public was Russian speaking people, I didn't have uh, Spanish speaking people were very few, very few.
Mm-hmm.
And English speaking people or Europeans also. So the majority, I would say that 80% of the people that were attending my talks were Russian speaking people, right?
Mm-hmm.
I used to travel extensively in Russia, in Ukraine, and then I will go to Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, Moldavia. I will go to Kazakhstan. I will go to Kaliningrad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly Russian speaking countries. But for some reason that stopped, right? A mixture of gossipings about myself and what I see around myself growing and what I witness,
Mm-hmm.
uh, something that I didn't know that it existed, which is a Western mentality of spirituality. East also has its wrong idea, but the West has it even worse. So I say, I'm not doing this like this. So I disappeared from the public space
Mm-hmm.
for some time. And it was the Russian people actually who invited me again to go to Moscow. And I went to Moscow and traveled for a while, but then I said, no,
Mm-hmm.
it hasn't changed much. Also,
Mm-hmm.
uh, in Russia and Ukraine, the situation began to get quite funny. There
Yeah.
was a lot of censorship in Russia at that time. So what I was saying was not that welcome, and it could be even dangerous, right? I
Mm-hmm.
could be subject to deportation or not entering the country or whatever. See, where are you from, by the way?
I from like now I'm in Moscow, but I'm from Rostov-on-Don. It's south.
Rostov, I've been there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I understand what you're talking about because I've read some comments, but still I have really strong feelings inside what is right and what is wrong. And I've read some comments and I'm like something wrong with those people. And I don't know, like it was from the childhood, like from the beginning. I've seen the person and um, I don't know, like
Comments,
kind of
comments about what? Sorry, I didn't get that.
comments about you on under your video, like that's it's sector or something, like something like uh something really unwelcoming. And I was reading and I didn't believe like uh because I don't know, people are gossiping for no reason. And I was like, you attracted by the demons? What what are you writing? Like not you, the people who writes it. And uh, where was I?
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff
Mhm.
going on.
Yeah,
Anyway,
like it's history.
I don't care. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Anyway, so it is just a matter of keep on talking, I would say, so you can participate, clear your doubts, and learn how to inquire, how to bring the attention to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to control the mind or kill the mind or destroy the mind, or you don't even have to try to remove the thoughts. You bring the attention to yourself, and everything else happens by itself. It's just, and all what I say is understood clearly, easily, right? So more we understand what this knowledge is all about, everything becomes more easy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think
But
your English is good enough as to not to be limited to the translation. Nasia can translate.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
In this
uh,
2 p.m., there are two meetings, right?
mm-hmm,
2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Venezuelan time, and it is from Wednesday to Sunday, right? And if you want to use the translator, fine, but it has to be from 2 to 4. In the other meeting from 8 to 10, there is no Russian translation available. But your English is good enough.
And you know, sometimes my English is not here, and today probably I'm nervous or something. It's not here, so it could be better next time. Probably, I don't know.
That's okay. It's nice that you open up and open the microphone, raise your hand, and we can talk, right?
Yeah.
So you can just for now, okay? If you have a free time, see the logic of this. The logic of this will help you. The understanding, see, will help you. I am conscious of the world, right? And I am conscious of the body. And I am conscious of the thoughts, right? And I am conscious of the energy. I am conscious.
I am conscious.
I am conscious.
You know, some arguing going on because I split the word split. I still see the good and the evil, and the belief that it's one make me confused. Like,
Forget about all that. Try to understand what I'm saying. So you go to the knowledge, the good and the evil, and it is one. So there is, I see good, I see evil, and I see that people say it is one. I see. What I want, what I'm suggesting is to bring the attention to the I that sees. Whether you see good, evil, or anything else, it doesn't matter. We are not interested in that. If it appears or if it disappears, I'm not interested in that. So, who is this I that sees? See, the seer, is to bring the attention to the I that sees, to what sees, or to what is conscious, or to what is aware, or to the knower, or to the subject. You know what I'm saying? Which is I. There is no other knowledge. There's no other knowledge as powerful as the knowledge I am. You can doubt any knowledge. You can forget everything, but you can never forget I am. That is the only certainty that you have. I am. And nobody has to give you this knowledge. So this is the only knowledge that doesn't depend from anyone. And this is the only knowledge that you cannot doubt. I am. It's knowledge. I know I am. Then try to hold the attention in the very knowledge I am. You may get distracted. Thought here, feeling there, an image there, something physical, something, some sound, some song, some this. It doesn't matter. Try to bring the attention again and again back to this irrefutable knowledge I am. And see how it goes, and then we can talk tomorrow again, because now time is over and I have to go.
Thank you.
Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Anyway, this video is going to be uploaded, or surely I'll do it tonight. If I can do it before, I'll do it. So if you want to watch again this conversation, just write down today's date, 29th of March. It's going to be the first meeting. And you can watch this conversation again later on if you wish, okay? You know, it is the last part of the video. You don't have to go through the whole thing. Okay. Bye-bye.
Good morning. Good day. I have a question about meditation. It's still not clear for me because different texts say different, and some texts say that you should close your eyes, but eyes should be rolling up or watch there, and while I'm doing it, I cannot concentrate at all. Like I just feel, I don't know what I feel, but it's not, I don't, it's weird. And I cannot find the point where to look, or because somebody said it's here, somebody say it's in the center of your head, and it's not clear for me where I should see this like point. Because as I said before, sometimes I close my eyes and see nothing. Sometimes I close my eyes and see fractal. And sometimes I close my eyes and see something that looks like a donut, like something round with empty inside, looks like a donut. But it's not. So I don't know the reasons why it's different every time. And lately I'm trying to meditate with open eyes because I'm not sure how to make it correct. Wait, I cannot see, I cannot hear anything. Something. I don't hear you, sorry, César. I don't hear you.
You say, I see this. I
Yeah,
see that.
yeah,
I see the other, right?
yeah. And it's not that.
I,
It's only,
I see.
yeah.
The I is what sees. I is what is conscious or consciousness. You are already that. You are just trying to see something, to focus onto something.
Mm,
All that changes. The seer is the same, yes or no?
yeah,
So the seer doesn't change. All this comes and goes. The seer is permanent. You are that. What do you have to do to be what you are? You are already what you want to see. See, so you can't see yourself. You only can be what sees. So to see consciousness or to know consciousness actually means to be consciousness. So if you roll your eyes, you're going to just damage your eyeballs. That's all. That's the only thing that is going to come out of that. Or you're going to get some kind of a, there's a name for that. I don't remember. Ramana explained it beautifully. Whatever. See, you're going to damage your sight. Consciousness is not anywhere. Can be located. See, if consciousness is the ultimate observer, then who is going to see consciousness? Who is the other observer that is going to see? Are there two observers? Are there two consciousness? One that is going to be aware of the other. Meditation.
but who wrote the book Ego about all the meditation and stuff?
All this is rubbish. It is so much right. Meditation is just to train the mind to focus on one object. And the object of meditation generally symbolically represents oneself, which is self is consciousness, right? Normally, it's on an image of a god, a personal god, or a guru or something. And then your mind is focused in what represents the very source and the very nature of the mind. Before the mind to somehow to contemplate on its reality, because he cannot imagine that its reality is formless, nameless. Then a name and a form has been given to it to focus on. That's meditation. Meditation is a subject and an object, right? You need an object of meditation. You can meditate on the form and the name. You can meditate only on the name and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You believe that Rama is God, then you go on seeing the image of Rama, either in your mind or a picture or a statue, and you go on chanting his name, Ram, 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 right? Ram, 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 Ram. This is the mind is getting trained to become one-pointed, right? So this is what meditation is all about. It will not lead you to self-knowledge. Lead you means that eventually you will have to look at yourself. Right? The inquiry is different. The inquiry, you forget about the object and the attention falls upon the subject itself. And who is the subject? I am the subject, right? The attention is brought back to yourself, yeah? To the one that is actually conscious. So you can realize that what is conscious is consciousness, and you are that consciousness itself. It's not something that you will see in the sky, here on the crown of your head, or some energy or some light. See, understand that. If it is a phenomenon, it can't be consciousness, because there is consciousness of the phenomenon. That's a paradox. Being consciousness, we are looking for consciousness here and there, and doing this and that. The logic itself leads to the conclusion that you are consciousness, that you are that. The logic itself. The process of discrimination, even if it is intellectual, will lead you to that conclusion. It may be a theory, right? Like a scientist, he gets to a conclusion. He reaches to a theory, and then he makes an experiment and tries to prove it, right? So all the three states of mind are such a nice map that points to oneself, right? Now, this is called awakened state, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to bed and then you experience maybe dream state images, right? You may have another body and even in another country, having another citizenship and so on, right? But suddenly you experience deep sleep. Boom, everything disappears. What you call you disappear, world disappear. But how do you know it? You must be present, right? Aware or conscious or witnessing that everything disappears, that everything appears and disappears. So the logic must tell you, right, that you must be that which is ever present, right? That it is permanent. It's permanently in the three states. The three states appear and disappear, not I. The three states changes, not I. Everything gets modified, not I. Right? One thing affects the other. I am unaffected because I remain as I am, having changed. I is always I, right? I am always as I am. You can't reach it. You can't get it. You can't achieve it. Can't be given by any guru, any god, or anybody, because it is what you are. You are that. The only thing that doesn't allow you to that you are not that you are that is whatever you think you are, including the meditator that is trying to look here and there, focus in this or that, right? That self is not real. That consciousness is not real. The individual consciousness is not real. It's a pale reflection of the absolute consciousness, your reality. Are we going somewhere? Understanding?
Fine. I need to roll a path in my mind.
Sorry?
I said I need to roll a path in my brain because it's still
That's a thought. You're creating a limitation. See,
yeah.
I need to do this first and that, and see, you think that, and you believe that, and then you will have to wait for something to open up or a road or whatever it is. This is called limiting ideas. It's wrong thinking, and within that thought, there is me. You are that thought.
Okay.
I need to do this. See, and you are you believe you are that thought. That you are the mind.
So then why the reality divided for pieces who unconscious of itself?
The reality divided actually in pieces. Is there any piece? Who is the divider? Who is divided but is indivisible into pieces? I, right? Me. Then, if you're gonna do something, forget about all these questions. See who, go to the root. Who is this I? Who is this me? It disappears. And the divisions also disappears. When the I thought disappears, all the thoughts disappear. When the seer disappears, the seen also disappears. What remains is this silent consciousness, shining, revealing itself as I. See, I am that.
Seems so simple and so difficult at the same time.
It is very simple. It's not simple, it's not difficult. It is you. You cannot be something simple or difficult. You are you. See, I am I. Simple or difficult must be something, right? To do something, to get rid of something, but to be, right? I already am. I just may not know what I am. That's all. I may be confused with the body. I may believe that I am limited to the body. I may think I am the body. That thought arises from consciousness. All these books and all these rules and all this nonsense, it makes it everything so complicated. I
Yeah.
not really this book and that book, this book and this practice and this medicine. You will go nowhere like that. Who is the practicer to begin with? The ego. So the ego is practicing whatever it is to kill the ego, right? But the ego must be present practicing, right? If the ego must be present practicing, how can the practice disappear the ego when it depends upon the presence of the ego? And we are talking about the ego as if it actually exists. What we have to do is see, does the ego actually exist? something that appears in the body like a ghost as I, something that arises in the body as I, in the brain. See, it uses the brain as a seat, as a house. See, it lives there, stimulating non-stop, unnecessarily the brain. And dictating the body activities. How should it look? Where should it go? What should it be? Right?
Who's dictating?
Conditioning, right? Thoughts, words, actions, reactions. What is it that arises in the body that it feels or feels like I or me? Put the light on it, and it won't survive the light of your inquiry, it will disappear. And then if it disappears, how can it be real? And how can it be you if you still are there, fully conscious, fully alive?
Probably the thought is difficult because this I cannot see
Because you
itself in the mirror, but this part of I can see self in the mirror.
and you believe that thought that if you believe that it is difficult, then what can anybody do? So you will make it difficult. You already know that you are, yes or no?
Yes.
You already know I am. That is the truth. I am is the truth. I am this or that, like this or like that, is the so-called ego. And even if you don't think I am, you know that you are. So you know that you are, whether you think that you are or not. You are prior to this knowledge I am or thought I. Then you are there because you want to understand something. Something is about something, right? And it's
So
not about anything. It is all about you. This knowledge, all this knowledge, all the millions of words about this, it speaks only about you. We are so used to believe that we are this, that, or the other, that to believe, to think, I am God, which is consciousness, is a difficult, impossible, or a sacrilege.
Now the ego search in the bottom. Stop the ego. I said now the ego search in the bottom. Stop the ego.
Who is this? When it arises, question it. What is it? Who is it? Or from where it arises? It appears. From where? And it disappears. And you remain there as you are. In reality, we don't have to do anything. Neither physical nor mental. Not even inquiry. If you understand this, the understanding of this leads directly to the knowledge of this. People don't understand that. They may have to inquire and bring the attention back to themselves or something, but if I am that already, what should I do to
So it means that I'm not belief.
huh?
It means that I'm not belief. I don't believe
You don't believe what?
that I am or something. I am still sleeping.
You don't believe you are that because you believe you are something else, someone else. It's an idea. See, that's what I think. I am somebody else. I am a person, I am a soul, I am an angel, I am a demon. See, this is what I think. That self is obviously to me a thought, a mental construct. Now, if I just focus on myself, this is the way to know myself. If I want to know something, I look at that something. If I want to know myself, I look at myself. Means I pay attention to myself.
I have this disturbing thought that if I need to know myself, I go to psychology.
No, this is you are in a mental hospital.
Yes.
Whole planet Earth. The difference is that the mad people are running around free everywhere.
And the people who real go to mental hospital, what is this? What they are?
Leave them alone. Try you not to get there.
Like,
If the mind is quiet, what is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? not lose the capacity to think. You will not go crazy. You will not lose the capacity to remember, your memory, the capacity to feel and all that. You will lose your ego sense, your sense of individuality. That's all. If you need to think, you don't have to worry. It will happen. If you don't, you will not. But how many unnecessary thoughts people have during the day? People cannot even sleep, see, because they are dreaming and dreaming and dreaming, thinking and thinking. Right? The brains are overstimulated. The nervous system is overexcited, right? The poor body is receiving constant, see, energy impulses, see, charged with all this vibration, right, produced by this thought. I mean, and people call that normal. No, that's normal. See, that's life, people say. Relationship. No, but everybody has a problem. See, everybody has an argument. That's normal, that's natural. Okay, they keep on thinking that, right? And believing that what they think is true, and they give reality to that. So say to anyone that it's possible to be or to live in peace, they will say, no, that's impossible. See? That's an utopia. They say, oh, okay. You will not remain idle, like sitting like a stone for the rest of your life, and you are not going to. No, that doesn't mean any of that. So the thought process will no longer be egocentric, right? And the activities of the body will no longer be egocentric. Centered in the ego. See, whatever I do is only for me, it's all about me. Life is about me. I alone, see, my individual existence for myself.
It gets me okay if I get there, that Earth life not interesting anymore. I want to know how the sun function. I want to know how the moon function. I want to know the solar system, aliens, and stuff.
What for?
No idea.
See, if you get to know how it works, you arrive to that conclusion late. And then the song will tell you, okay, now you know it, so what? The song will tell you, so what? You know how I work, so what? Now you know it. What are you going to do? What makes you that knowledge? Better person? Most of the people, the knowledge that the people want is because they want to control it, basically. And they want to control it and use it for for their own personal benefit, right? So it's again ego-centered. Ego-centered. Why do you think people want to divide the atom and get to the so-called particle of God? Because they want to grab God by the beard and tell now, okay, now you lost your job. Now you work for me. Do as I say. I want to know how the chakras and the energy. Why? Because I want to modify it and make it look as I believe is better, how it's supposed to be, right? Because I believe, oh Jesus, all that is so childish, to be honest, and produces so much suffering and so much chaos. Otherwise, look around you. Look at the news. It's full of it. The ego expressing itself in any possible form in the world of economy, in the world of politics, in the world of science, in the world of religion, in the world of spirituality. See, all that is an egocentric mechanism. Basically, the whole culture. See, the educational system, see, all the working system, all completely idiotic, if I may use that word, egocentric.
But still, ego is the part that non-divided. Yes?
Yes.
Because I'm, like I'm get this duality and trying to focus in one again, and it fell apart again, and it's my daytime. Goes in thought like this. Like, okay, war is hell, but hell is a part of reality. And I don't know. And
People really understood that this is because of the ego. And if the ego is gone, all that is gone, everything will be different. Right? But then the ego wants to stop the ego, right?
yeah, close circle.
Ignorance is a vicious circle. So be still and know, and know. See, I am that I am. Be still and know. If I am still, I will know I am that I am. I will know myself, see, as I actually am, right? Not as I believe I am, see, as an ego, as a separate individual, autonomous, independent being or self, ego or person, soul or whatever that might be. It is that simple, see? It is summarized in few sentences. The truth, I am that I am. And how to know I am that I am? Be still. It doesn't say practice this, do this ritual, meditate on that, do this worship, go for performance. No, be still and know I am that I am. That I am, I am. I am, I. Those who cannot understand that, those who cannot grasp that, for those religions were created. But the very people that understood that, the people that believe God is a separate entity somewhere in the sky and has a name and form and attributes and qualities and characteristics and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
A God that looks like a human, see?
Yeah. He was on a cross and now go somewhere.
But it's
Or Indians gods, very beautiful.
a,
Made.
it's a man-made God. It's his own image. I have an image, see? I imagine myself to be this body, right? Then I imagine God also to be a body. See? Imagination, creating imagination similar to my image, right? People keep on asking me, why do I close my eyes when I am talking or when I don't know, I don't do it purposely. They just shut down. But I'm not sleeping.